Hi everybody. Today we want to talk about deformers in DAZ Studio. And with a deformer you can make those dents into skin or into soft bodies. And also you can make bulges, so that's something popping out of something else. So I want to show you an easy way to do that and where we can use it and practice in DAZ Studio. So let's start with a primitive with a plane in y positive axis and divisions 100. If you use divisions only 1, like it's a standard amount, it won't work. You need as much as divisions as possible to have a smooth effect. We work with 100 for the moment. So the plane is looking as always. You cannot see the difference. Just instead you have one plane now. You have 100 little planes. You have a grid of 100 little planes instead. Okay, so let's go back to texture shading. And to use a deformer is pretty easy. I put the deform tab onto my setting tab here, and but you will find it also in create new deformer menu. So it's the same deformer. We take one and go back to the scene. Now the plane. You need to pick this plane, of course. The object you want to have the deformer on, you need to pick first. Then we have the deformer field. Yeah, and the field is where and how much the deform will have its most intensity and most influence. We scale this down, down. Now you can see the corners are not influenced anymore. And now we have here the deformer, this little cone here. And if we move it to the y-axis, we can already see how it is deforming our plane. Only in these areas where the yellow and red spots are, not where it's gray, where we left it gray. And you can see that the red spots, the center of the red spots indicate where the most influence is from our deformer. Yeah, so that's pretty easy. You can use it on any object with a decent amount of divisions. So you can use it on a cube or a sphere as well, it's no problem, and make your own objects looking unique. Yeah, okay, that's pretty easy. You have an object, you pick the object in the scene tab, you say create new deformer. That will provide you with these three items: the base, the deformer itself, and the field. With the field you can modify where and how much the influence of the deformer will be. With the deformer, you choose the direction, in what direction you want to have it. Yeah, you can also, of course, move it like this, back and forth. So we have always something interesting looking. Yeah, it's really easy, but you need to know it, and you can do awesome things with it. And we start something on a Genesis figure now. So where we go? Genesis figure, which is second through female. We get her some clothes in a moment. Sweater, hat, and of course the hair. In this case, why not the oleander hair? So now first I want to top. Oh. Okay, let's work with this. we have the hair and the head. It's attached to the head is attached to the head, and of course there's some poke throughs, yeah, through the head. So we can use the deformer tools to avoid this a little bit much more. First of all, we need the head has no, as you can see, the head has no smoothing tools. So we will add um, under Edit, Object, Geometry, Apply Smoothing Modifier. We enable the smoothing now. Now it's here, smoothing iterations. The collision item will be the hair or the head. So now you can see it already put some of the hair away. And even if we raise this amount a little bit more, so it tries to hide all the hair under the head with smoothing. Yeah, but it doesn't work perfect, and you can see all those bulges here. That doesn't look good. We want to use a deformer for that, propose. So let's reset this. Check this. Okay. Now we pick the head because we want the deformer on the head. We create a new deformer. Let's call it head. Okay. Now you can see the head had the head base with the head deformer and the head field. The field we scale down because we would just want the front for the moment, and that's why we need to not rotate, sorry. So that's why we need to move the sphere of the deformer tool, the field, to the front of the head only. So it will only deform this part, and where the red dots are is the most influence. In this case it's pretty good because where the red pad points are now is the most intersection with head and hair. So now we, after adjusting the field, we pick the head and do what's necessary. So now we need to pull it to the front, to the Z axis a little bit more, not too much, be careful with this. So just say like this, also a little bit higher maybe. Right, just looking better already. And also this, now you have a small bulge here, that is no problem, but if you have a lot of them it looks odd and ugly, but if you have one or two small of them it's no problem, you can leave that. Looks more natural, yeah, looks like organic. Yeah. So now you can already see there's no hair in front of her poking through the head. Let's see how it looks in array. Takes a second to render. So, okay, here's a little bit more. That's no problem. But as you can see here, it's gone already. Okay. Back to texture shape mode. And let's make the field a little more wider. So, like this. A little bit more to the right only. Yeah, looks good. Good, that's good. Could have seen the solution already. Let's wait another second for the render. That's a tool you might want to use when the smoothing and collision and everything doesn't work very good. You want to use the deform tool. I think it's the best solution. You don't need to pick polygons and hide or delete them. You just need to try it out a little bit. You need a little bit practice, and then it should work already. Now we deform the field a little bit more, or a little bit higher, something like this, and a little bit more translation to the front, but not too much. As you can see, here is the line with the hair, and we make this in between, maybe here. Okay, let's see how this looks now. Preview shows already a good result. There's some little bulges where the smooth modifier has its most influence. That's very good because it looks a little bit organic and not too stiff and everything. Yeah, that's fine. As you can see, of course, here on the back side, you can use it as well. Yeah, but I just wanted to focus on the front, and the modifier, the head itself came with minor settings. It has 4 settings. So here's for the back. The front we don't use now. The left and the right already. And to the left and right it's a little too much. Like this. And this. Yeah, we still have the smoothing iterations and the collision iterations. We can raise them a little bit for better results. And now we can give a pose. See? And so, like this. Add camera. Copy the view, right eye and left eye pointing to the camera. Now looks better. Give it a smile. This mouth smile open. This. So, render settings, environment, just something quick and easy, but you can see how deformers work, where you can use them. Yeah, you can use them to fit clothing much better. Oh, here's no hair anymore. It's spread out pretty cool, perfectly. Even we rotate more on the top. There's no hair poking through anymore. Even on the side with the collision and smoothing iterations, it gives a good result here. So that has been perfect. Yeah. So, and what we do next, we add another smoothing modifier, another deformer, I'm sorry. So just for the Genesis, create a deformer, so we call it poke, and here's the poke base with a poke deformer and the poke field. So now again, just we scale it. Scale, 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 scale. More, more, more. More, much, much, much more. Look at this little tiny sphere here. Over here. Well, so that we can see the points, where the points are, and then we can translate it to where we want to have it. Now, now, scale, 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 so that we only have one point left on the cheek. Okay. Points. We need to get a little bit more down. Here, up again. Like I said, it needs more. It needs a lot of practice. So you can get perfect results, but it's not difficult. It's just need practice. So on the cheek, there's a red spot now. Yeah. Okay. And then we choose the poke deformer, and we can now make our dents. See what axis, put it up, down. If you rotate it and if you move it, so the Z axis. So now you have a dent here, something like this, where you can put a finger or whatever touches her skin, maybe from a nice man poking her or a child poking her into the cheek, whatever. But you can see you can do a lot of nice things with it, yeah. And you can make it as deep as you want. So it's not only for bulging out something, it also might come dents into something, and that works out pretty cool with yeah, finger pokes or a hand on the arm when somebody grabs another person and you have some dents on the arm. It looks much more realistic if you have some deforming of the skin, of the flesh, and pretty more realistic if you use it like this a little bit, just slightly. It's not too much, of course, but slightly something like this would be great. Also, just now for this purpose here, as a small dent in her cheek. Some people have this, and if you don't, with a cheek. Cheek like this here. It's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, that's all. I don't have nothing to add for the moment. You see how it works. It's really easy. You have the field where you choose the influence, where and how much it is. You do this with a sphere, and you can rotate it, you can translate it, you can do everything that you would normally do with a sphere, but keep in mind that the red point indicates where the most influence is of the deforming. And yeah, that has been all. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.